What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one, we go over Michigan's new offensive coordinator hire, Chip Lindsey. We go over why this is a great hire for Michigan. He checks off a lot of boxes, and we go over everything you guys need to know about him, what he brings to Michigan. As Sean Moore wanted balance and explosiveness, he's getting that out of Chip Lindsey. Also go over the latest transfer portal pursuits for Michigan, as they have offered a new wide receiver target and also a couple cornerbacks to keep an eye on for Michigan in the transfer portal. And we also go over Will Johnson officially declaring for the NFL draft. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this video by talking about Michigan's new offensive coordinator, Chip Lindsey. As it was reported yesterday by Matt Zenitz, that Chip Lindsey has accepted the offensive coordinator job at Michigan, and Michigan will be hiring the North Carolina offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for the same role at Michigan. So, this was a name that wasn't really talked about that much. People literally just started talking about this name yesterday, and even Sean Moore said on Wednesday evening to the media that they were pretty close and that there would be more clarity in the next day or so as to who the offensive coordinator would be. And then about an hour or so later, it was announced that Chip Lindsey will be Michigan's next offensive coordinator. So I really like this hire. This hire checks off a lot of boxes for Michigan. He's a former head coach. He has been an offensive coordinator at multiple places, has tons of experience, and he also has great balance. Michigan, Sean Moore, he's already said he wants to be, more explosive, but they want to still be a balanced team. He said we've still got to be able to run the football. That's got to be a thing to do, but someone that's going to develop the quarterback at a high rate and put them in a great position, and that's exactly who Chip Lindsey is. He coached Drake May at North Carolina, and during the 2023 season, North Carolina had one of the best offenses in all of college football, as in 2023, their offense ranked 7th nationally in total offense with 3,889 yards and 2,497 run yards, with a total of 6,386 total yards. Now this past season they ranked 37th with 5,081 total yards. Then he was also the offensive coordinator at UCF, where the offense ranked 16th in 2022 with 6,574 total yards, 3,337 passing yards, and 3,197 rushing yards. So that just goes to show the balance that Lindsey can bring to the table for Michigan, and those rankings compare to Michigan's 2024 ranking of 128th. In 2023, they ranked 69th. In 2022, 24th. In 2021, 24th in total offense. So, this is a coach that started his coaching career at the high school level. He worked his way up, was the quarterback's coach at Troy in 2010, and then he also was the offensive coordinator at Southern Mississippi in 2014 through 15, became the Arizona State offensive coordinator. He was the Auburn offensive coordinator in 2017 through 18. Then he was the Troy head coach from 2019 to 2021, and then was the offensive coordinator at UCF in 2022 and has been the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at North Carolina the past 2 seasons. Now, Lindsey is the type of coach who will tailor the offense to the talent available to him. And obviously, Michigan has Bryce Underwood coming in, which he did approve of this hire. He really likes this hire. He does have experience working under Monken and Malzahn, and he has kind of been, all over the place. He prioritized the air raid early in his coaching tenure at the college level, at least. But then at Auburn, kind of shifted, and obviously, Auburn that season in 2017 had both 3,000 yards passing and 3,000 yards rushing. So, Michigan, they want to be more explosive. Chip Lindsey is exactly that coach for that. North Carolina had a lot of explosive plays, not only in the passing game, but also in the run game as well. And with Bryce Underwood as quarterback, with his throwing ability, Michigan's going to want to have explosive passing plays. So, Lindsey, he has tended to run zone and zone concepts, in the run game. However, again, he wants to fit the scheme with what he has and the talent he has. After arriving at North Carolina, I did say that I think if I had to describe myself, it would be that we're going to build the offense around the player strengths of who we have. Obviously, we've got Drake May, so the passing game is going to be heavily involved, and we're going to do the same stuff that they've done here. But my goal is for us to be able to run the ball a little bit better when we want to run it, and continue to marry up the things that I think fit our personnel, even in the run scheme. So, Chip Lindsey is not going to be coming here to Michigan to specifically run his offense. Shorten Moore is going to want certain things in Michigan. Like Shorten Moore has said, they still want to be balanced. They still want to be able to run the ball and be physical up front. But bringing in Lindsey, gives you that balance, but also that explosiveness in the passing game and also in the run game as well, which is exactly what you need when you got a quarterback like Bryce Underwood coming in. So I really like this hire. Let me know what you guys think about this hire. I think it could be a great fit here at Michigan. It's not a fancy home run hire for Michigan, but it's a guy that has a lot of experience, has, coached Drake May, who was a top 3 pick in the NFL draft, has also coached tons of other talented quarterbacks at the college level as well, and is an offensive coordinator that has proven himself and is, looking at the offenses he has, offenses can be very explosive with him as the offensive coordinator. So it checks off a lot of boxes. This is also huge for Shorten Moore in the transfer portal. Now that everybody knows, Shorten Moore, he's got his offensive coordinator, which should be huge now as Michigan looks to add talent through the transfer portal, specifically at the wide receiver position, but also, other targets as well. Now, Shorten Moore did talk to the media, and he did confirm that Michigan is going after or looking to add a quarterback through the portal, and also talking about the players they want to add through the transfer portal. He said there's a lot of positions that we're going to add in depth and add in spots to help fill, but he said we want experience, a guy that's going to be a leader, a great teammate, obviously can play, and they got to be a great fit. That's got to be that one piece. Now it is very early. Obviously Michigan is going after the wide receiver target Donovan McCulley from Indiana. He took a visit to Michigan December 1st. Michigan got predictions in to land him. However, other schools like Virginia Tech and Oklahoma, who are also in the mix, but Michigan, they did offer a new wide receiver transfer target, and that is the Miami, Ohio wide receiver Reggie Virgil, who has 1 season of eligibility remaining. He is a 6'4", 190-pound wide receiver, spent the last 3 seasons at Miami, Ohio, and also hauled in 41 catches for 816 yards and 9 touchdowns this season, averaging 19.9 yards per catch. Also, 5 of his 9 touchdowns this season came via the deep ball, with 9 receptions for 120 yards on pass attempts of 20 yards or more. So this is a wide receiver that can go downfield and catch the ball, which is exactly what Michigan needs at wide receiver. Shorten Moore and this coaching staff has already said that they really want size and length at the wide receiver position, and we see that with Donovan McCulley. We see this now with Reggie Virgil, who is another receiver like that. So Michigan has extended a scholarship offer to Reggie Virgil, and there's a lot of wide receiver options already out there in the transfer portal. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more names to come up as the Wolverines are just getting started. But other schools in the mix for Virgil include Florida, Oklahoma, and Michigan State. And then, we talked about a couple targets already on this channel. In yesterday's video, we mentioned Keyshawn Silver, the defensive tackle from Kentucky. Michigan making the top 4 for him. There's also a couple other cornerback targets for Michigan to keep an eye on. First one is Tony Grimes of UNLV. He hasn't entered the transfer portal yet. He has 1 year of eligibility remaining, but according to E.G. Hound of the Wolverine, he expects Michigan to make a run at Tony Grimes, who does plan to play in UNLV's bowl game, but there is mutual interest, and contact hasn't been made because he hasn't officially entered the portal, but Michigan has had interest in him before. And another one is the cornerback from Arizona, Emmanuel Carnley, as he is in the transfer portal, has 3 years of eligibility remaining, and he is expected to visit Ole Miss and Miami. Michigan also trying to get him on campus for a visit, according to CBS. So those are a couple other targets. And while we're talking about cornerbacks, Michigan cornerback Will Johnson has officially declared for the 2025 NFL Draft. A former 5-star recruit, in-state prospect prospect, will go down as one of the best to ever do it here at Michigan. He played in 32 games with 22 starts over 3 seasons at Michigan. He finishes his Michigan career with a total of 68 total tackles, 4 tackle for losses, 9 interceptions, including 3 pick sixes, also 10 pass deflections, and he finishes his Michigan career with more pick sixes than touchdowns allowed. He only allowed 2 touchdowns his whole entire career at Michigan and had 3 pick sixes. So Will Johnson going to be a very great cornerback at the next level. So best of luck to him. He leaves Michigan as one of the best to do it and obviously a national champion. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more. If you are new around here, I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.